or something. Maybe you forgot you were supposed to be someplace right now. Can you really go to sleep easy, or is there something that you forgot to do? Gonna track it down. How are we gonna track it down? Supposed to do.
All right, what's happening, guys? It's Vic Truth here. 22nd, right? 22nd just started. Oh man, this month is just flying by. Have always a sort of weird sinking feeling about what's going down, but it's definitely accelerated. That's for damn sure. It doesn't really matter what sort of situation you're in, what your strata is. It's crazy. It's probably crazy for you in your life and whatever you're going through. Probably some sort of crisis is happening right now, or has happened, or is gonna happen. But it's hard to know. That's obviously the big problem, trying to predict, well, really anything. Because how are you supposed to figure out what's going on? So, this is sort of my new favorite game. Just check out Google News. This is midnight. Some magazines, some publications tend to publish stuff late at night. Others wait till the morning. But this will still just give you a basic picture of what we're supposedly supposed to be focusing on, and apparently it's still this MAGA kid fighting with the Native American. I mean, it's funny in the top article, the Fox News article here in Google News. But I don't really get it.
Here now, Jonah Goldberg, really... National Review senior editor, Hugo Gurdon, editorial director at the Washington Examiner, and Richard Fowler. These kids, she said, I want names. Shame them. If you think these bleeping wouldn't dox you, and meaning go out.
White, they're male, they're supporters of Donald Trump, and to boot, they're Catholic. That makes those are four of the things that.
I mean, this looks so staged, right? I mean, this has been huge in the news recently. This whole, I don't even get it. Like, what is the big deal? They're just standing around, just staring at this Native American guy, and then there's let's try to pull that up. This is the Hedge article. Let's see what's going on here. Right, and apparently this guy is, he's been caught sort of stirring up trouble before. This is something that he was in trouble with before, so. I mean, I don't know what to say. Is this true? Is this true what Zero Hedge is saying? He's trying to teach a few students dressed in a Native American theme party about respecting Native Americans. Not long afterwards, he said the interaction with party goers and students turned ugly, so he was fighting with kids. This is back in... hard to say when, a little while ago. I mean, who knows if any of this is true, right? But just this whole scene here just seems very staged, just from if you just look at the video of it. These people standing around, right, and them right in the middle, and everybody with their cameras. The that's gone viral, right? That's that word viral. You think anything that goes viral is really by chance, really? I mean, even especially something that's going to capture the whole news cycle like this. This is crazy. Right? We could pull up a bunch of other articles about it. Because as soon as something gets going, they gotta just keep printing stuff, right? And they're gonna interview him. Get up and give him a. Man, can you just suck it?
When I was there and I was standing there and I seen that group of people in front of me and I seen the angry faces and all of that, I realized I had put myself in a really dangerous situation. You know, it was like, here's a group of people who were angry at somebody else, and I put myself in front of that, and all of a sudden I'm the one who's all that anger and all that wanting to have to.
I mean, I guess. Is that really what we're talking about here? Let's see what Drudge Report has to say. And again, it doesn't really matter what source. That's sort of the theme here. So it doesn't really matter what source we're looking at, what angle we're trying to come at this from. It's going to be this apocalypse, this end of the world talk that just seems to permeate every single culture and subculture. It just leaks down from the top. I would assume. So what is this about Cortez? It's like, who has time to read? All these folks that come after us are looking up and we're like, the world's going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. You know, so it often has to do with climate change in the environment. It just really depends on who you talk to about what catastrophe is coming. You know, is it global warming? That was the whole thing yesterday. About, you know, the mini nova. Is it the mini nova? Is it global warming? Pick your poison, basically, because there's just a bunch of different possibilities there. Alright, let's just see what these people have to say. More about the shutdown. The shutdown doesn't seem to ever be ending, and it's obviously all Trump's fault. And you'll probably, if you dug into this, found a bunch of personal interest stories about people that are being affected by the shutdown, this dirty shutdown, and they're never going to get paid, and it's going to be impossible to get their back pay, right? All of this chaos. But I was actually just today looking at who's the other person seemingly interested in truth, plain truth. He started off as a flat earther, but got into some other, heavy sort of government stuff. But his whole video here about
deficit in a heartbeat. This means that 37.6 million people lived in California as of July 1st, 2011, paid over $12 billion to support state employees by allowing the California government to give their taxpayer-funded money to the pension and fund systems. Okay? I hope you're getting upset. You should be. All right, so I want to go over how the California lottery works. Now, this is another scam.
Yeah, and he, obviously tends to ramble, but has a bunch of good content that he can collect together. This is actually from another blog that he was reading off. But the whole idea is this idea, a comprehensive annual financial report that these are the real books. Then these are every single government, city, state, federal, everybody has to do one of these CAFRs, comprehensive annual financial report. And this has a lot of the hidden budget stuff in it, the stuff that they don't actually put in the real budget, because there's a budget and then there's also the CAFR. And you can check out whenever Wikipedia is trying to get you to think, but there's the basic idea is that this is where you can see where they're sticking the stuff, and if you, could definitely go into doing that, right? CFR, look up the Los Angeles one. And they have it all here. That's the community financial report. Right, well, you can look this up for LA County and really start to read through everything. And this is just, this is from this year, and it's all sort of buried in this legalese. That's sort of, again, the endless point. It's like it is, the truth is buried somewhere in here. I'd believe that, because they know nobody's going to actually go through and read it. He was talking a lot about special reports, so I was looking up the word special, because that'll get you. There's a lot of talk here about, see if we can get this over, special revenue funds, debt service funds. Let me fix my window. This looks right. Special revenue fund, and that a lot of this money goes into these special funds. A special election, but right, special revenue fund did not fully materialize at the budgeted level, that kind of stuff. Which basically means that before it got into the budget, it just sort of evaporated, and that this is how they just sort of evaporate a lot of the money. They'll take it in through taxes, and the other major point is that this evaporated money they will then invest in sometimes ultra risky derivatives and other sort of different financial instruments. They'll invest it, and then we'll basically just get to pocket all of the earnings that they make on those those investments. The actual earnings from the investments don't actually go back into, right? They don't actually go back into the government. So somebody's pocketing all that extra money that basically they're using the principle of gambling it all on the stock market, and it's all unaccounted for basically, and we're talking billions and billions of dollars that just from California alone. And I remember I was looking at this earlier. If you look at the beginning, right, they got a gross domestic product of $600 billion. And but they were already talking here at the beginning about this. They have this huge deficit, basically, at all times. Right, so that's, I'm gonna copy this link for you. If anybody wants to dig through it, I'd say it's worth it. But that's the trouble with this stuff. To know what to dig through, you would take, this thing is like hundreds of pages. You would take a serious amount of time to really study this thing, and meanwhile there's all this other stuff flying past you, right? We're missing out on the news. Still talking about that ice core, right? And a lot of I'm always interested in this futurism, singularity kind of stuff, obviously as well. Discovered differences between the software of humans and monkey brains, right? So they're really starting to decode what the actual language of thought in the brain is, and there's been a ton of articles about that, how invasive that's going to be, because they'll be able to basically read your thoughts through any sort of basic sensors, and it goes on from there. Tailor ads, tailor everything to your actual thoughts as opposed to what you're clicking on, and that's just a whole other level. And you'll find this is just another step on that path towards the actual neural lace that Musk talks about, which I would say it's coming. It's on its way, and this, right? This is just another article in the endless sort of pushing towards that mindset that this is going to be a good thing, right? I can't wait until my brain is all hooked up and I've got one of these cool hats that I can put on and talk to monkeys, or they're gonna mask it obviously as any sort of like medical research that's going to help disorders. That's always a key to these kind of articles, that right when they're pushing it onto this next level, that they're doing it to save people, right? And that's why all this seems so disingenuous all the time, right? Because everything you read out on the front-facing side is, humans are precious, time is precious, the environment's precious. We all have to save all of it. It's really what we need, and everybody needs to get together, and it's it's not just for you, it's for everybody. We all have to band together because we're all in this together on this tiny little planet, right? You heard this language all the time, but right, what's the maybe some of that's true too, but what's the subtle shift that lets you convert this all into actual levels of control, levels of powerful control, not just any levels of control. So, right, that's something I'd say. So I'm trying to get a little more organized here. It's nice to just jump around as well. But on that vein, I was looking at this video earlier today of this is some original footage from when they were planning Disney World, the Epcot, and this is from Zyrtos. Shout out to that whole burgeoning community, the Tartarus. Should add that in here too. Hashtag Tartary. Yeah, he's been putting out great videos, but it's just so fascinating to see this old archival footage, and that's actually Walt Disney, and he's talking and basically explaining this is sort of the monster mega future city idea that it's been kicked around for a really long time. I remember this when I was getting in school. They would talk about this kind of stuff all the time, the amazing cities of the future where everything's going to be unified and organized and basically be self-sufficient through its amazing engineering and organization. But through that organization and engineering, it will be an absolute prison dystopia, right? Because nobody will. There's just basically going to be no freedom in these sort of city places. You'll get to go to work, you'll get to do your life, but it's like a plastic cage that you get to play around in, and I guess that's really sort of a good basis for what the world has become, right? It's just it really is like this plastic playground that let me just play some of this. It's this plastic playground that's just sort of enveloped all of our culture. It's like there's nothing serious anymore. Everything is just like pre-packaged and created for you for entertainment, and that's always like the first impulse or thought that anybody's gonna have is how is this gonna entertain me, and like how am I gonna get a kick out of this, right? And I thought this was just pretty fascinating if you do any research into right, because the city it has these, it's like a wheel and it has these spokes sticking out. And I wish I had that pulled up. This ancient city, 56 spokes, because this guy did this whole thing about these 56 lines coming out of all sorts of different ancient symbolism, and how that relates to some sort of plasma currents that were happening in the sun at the time. Right, but that's just that same idea of it being in a wheel. And right, propaganda's come really far since then, and it's interesting also. Should unmute the dialogue a little bit.
Spheres of activity surrounding the central core. First, the area of business and commerce. Next, the high-density apartment housing. Then the broad greenbelt and recreation lands. And finally, the low-density neighborhood residential streets. Epcot's dynamic urban center will offer the excitement and variety of activities found only in metropolitan cities: cultural, social, business, and entertainment. Among its major features will be a cosmopolitan hotel and
just, I mean, the music and it's got the whole thing. It's really, really powerful propaganda. Obviously, for the time, it's not as effective on the modern era, basically. But I remember being very affected by Disneyland. Definitely going to Disneyland when I was a kid, and full on bought into the whole illusion. How you know, it was totally beautiful. It was super fun there. Prizes and running around and seeing all sorts of cool different characters. And, right, the entertainment was just limitless, and I'd say it was fantastic there. I mean, we would go with our whole class. We would go with the school, and it was just a fantastic time. And it really was a lot of this futurist talk that you see all over the internet. It's totally terrifying and almost like, you know, new or different when they talk about this kind of stuff in the news. But I think almost back then that it was even more out in the open, that it was more obvious in a way. I mean, it's right. It's hard to explain, but it was almost like they didn't have to hide it as much because people are so, they have their defenses are up. They're so much more you know, ready to defend against somebody trying to invade their scene. You know what I mean? Into your brain space. So because back then, you know, people were willing to sit around and just listen to kind of stuff like this, and you could really get into somebody's head about, you know, how the world is and how it could possibly be different, and how maybe it should be different, and how maybe somebody rich and extra smart is gonna figure this out, and you know, just maybe that's what we need is somebody like Walt Disney to get together with the heads of industry. They say that a lot in the movie, that right, and that's I heard Craig Hollywood say that the other day, right? That is fascism right there, where corporations get together with government and make super sweet plans. And I mean, I'm not saying Walt Disney is the government, but maybe I am. Like that's sort of what affected, especially after this time, the entire country, the whole rhythm of everything. Like I'm saying, this playground atmosphere that our whole culture has taken on, the gamification of your entire life, right? And here it is on display right here. And I've been reading a lot about, you know, different predictions, and this one's pretty good about how Trump's son is going to be the last president because it was written in some book that they found, you know, the Library of Congress, and it's published and everything, and this is really, yeah, he went in the center of the earth, and he's actually a time traveler, and it's all over 4chan. I mean, it's a really good conspiracy if you want to check that one out, the Trump being a time traveler and Barron Trump being the last president of the United States, which, you know, with all this end of the world theme, it just ties into that, and it, right, it's coming at you from every angle. It doesn't really seem to matter. But where was I going with that? You know, it's just, it's here for you to see if you wanna just take a look. So, but I wanted to get into, trying to do this RCO. I was watching the television, and I'm wondering how to get my screenshots from today. Or last night. Where are my screenshots from last night? Hold on a second, because I'm really curious about this, because they were disappearing yesterday. They totally just got up and disappeared. And I put these in. I just put these in. Bear with me. Because that's the other thing I was noticing today, is how clear it was. was, right? We had that big moon the other day. And that was yesterday, the big balloon, and everything was all hazed out. I was hearing from all sorts of people that they couldn't even really see it, that it was covered the entire day. And I also saw, I had pictures of that the other day. There was a ton of spraying that was going on all morning, and even up to the very last second, I'd say. And until the eclipse started. At first it was almost impossible to see for me, and then it started to break up as they went through the actual eclipse. But ever since then, they haven't sprayed at all, and it was actually much warmer again, right? And it's hard to really connect these dots and know causation is not causality, that type of thing. But it really was a lot warmer, a lot balmier yesterday. And I guess also this morning until it really started to settle in because it doesn't matter where I was looking. Right? It was like this all day. It was absolutely crystal clear blue, and there was nothing out there. No trails whatsoever. I really should stitch this together for another time lapse. I just got other stuff going on. Right, because I wanted to take a look at the sunset. I think these are at 1/22nd, right? But I don't really seem to be seeing anything. Because I just want to keep documenting the sunsets to take a look at what that's like. But this is over the course of a couple hours, maybe 4 hours. And there wasn't anything. It was just crystal clear blue all day long. And I just, I think that's pretty interesting. I also noticed a lot of different planes and how they were basically not giving off any sort of trail whatsoever. I just thought I noticed something, right? Was that a plane here? See if we can catch one. Alright, but that's the general vibe. That's the general vibe right here. There it is. Alright. You see that plane there? Yeah, we all see that. Let's play it again. There it comes. Just wait for this plane to show up. Right, but no trail. There's no trail. Obviously, no trail happening here whatsoever. And that's what it was like all day for all the planes, everything that I could see. Right, and that's just me. That's just what I saw. That's one person's observation. What does it even mean? But I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Alright. See you guys tomorrow.